Hi, welcome back. This is Bro.Thabiti, and now we're going to be doing an equation. And this is an equation with a variable on both sides, and so we're going to solve this. And while we're doing this problem, we're also going to solve an equation with a variable on one side, because we have to do that to get to our final answer. So we're actually going to be covering two lessons in one on this one problem. We're going to make it really easy though. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is find out our like terms. Well, our like terms, and we could use either the 17 and the 21 of the variables, which was the 11x and the 8x. I particularly like using the variables, so I'm going to do that. 11x and negative 8x. Okay, so these are what we call our like terms. Okay, now our rule is we're going to when we're doing variables on both sides is we need to move the lower like term over to the higher like term. So looking at these two numbers, the positive 11x and the x, which one of those two are lower? Obviously negative is always lower than positive, so that negative 8, we're going to change it to the opposite of what it is. So what's the opposite of positive, negative 8? It is going to be a positive 8x, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to move that all the way over here to this other side and join it with the other like term, and so we have positive 8x over here. And here's what I always do. I always cross out your previous part of the problem. That makes it a little neater and easier to understand. So now we have 11 plus 8, and that should give you 19, and we bring the x down. Cross this out. We don't need that anymore. What else do we have we haven't crossed down? Out. We have the negative 21. We're going to bring the equal sign down. And then we'll bring our 17 down. Now we have a variable on one side. If you were given this problem right here at the very beginning, you don't have variables on both sides, you have them on one side. You're still going to move something, but our question is which one of these like terms are we going to move? First of all, what is our like terms? Out of 19x, negative 21, and 17. Well, obviously, these are your like terms here. This has a number and a variable. These are two numbers. Okay, now the one we do not move, I'm going to make it easy on you. The one we do not move is the number of the like term that is all by itself next to the equal sign. It's not attached to anything. And what do I mean by that? Look at the negative 21. It's attached to the 19x. Okay, 19x minus 21. So this is actually the one you move. The one that's by itself in the equal sign, it stays by itself. So we're going to change this negative 21 to the opposite of what it is, and then we're going to move it. So what is the opposite of negative 21? Yes, it is positive 21. Then we're going to move that positive 21 on this side. And as we did before, we want to cross this out so it doesn't confuse us. Now we have 17, and this is going to be a positive 17. Remember, if there's no sign to the left of the number, it's automatically positive. So we got two positive numbers here. That means we're going to add. We have 38. Cross that out. What do we have left? We haven't crossed out. We bring the equal sign down. And then we bring our 19x. Now we have a division problem. 19 times something equals 38. And if you did that correctly, 19 times 2 should be 38. And that would be your final answer. So x will be equal to 2. Okay, so that's your problem is solved. And matter of fact, we'll have some 4th and 5th graders do a check to see if x equals 2 is correct. Okay, so stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, this is the same problem. What we're going to do is we're going to do our check on the same problem. To do our check, all we do is we take our original problem, we rewrite the original problem, and wherever we see a x, since we said x was 2, we're going to put inside parentheses, we're going to put a 2. Okay? Put our minus 21 here equals 17 minus 8. And then I'll put parentheses here. And so inside there, as we said our answer was 2, we're going to go ahead and put a 2. Now the next thing we're going to do is, this is just how I do it. I separate these two And both sides have to equal the same number when I do my, my math here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and multiply 11 times 2. What is 11 times 2, class?
22.
So we have 22 minus 21, which will be equal to what? 1. Look on the other side, we have 17 minus, what is negative 8 times 2?
16.
16. And 17 minus 16 is what?
1.
So are both of these the same?
Yes.
It's checked out, so we know our answer is correct. You guys did a great job. Give yourself a round of applause. Great job.